Hey friends, today we're going to draw a cool little mathematical drawing called an Apollonian Gasket, and it's actually a fractal, which means if you split it the same shape up, it keeps going on forever into smaller and smaller shapes. I just think they look really cool. So we're going to start out with a circle. You could trace it, but I'm just going to do the best I can. Terrible, but it'll work. So now we're going to try to fill it with 3 circles that touch each other. Kind of like so, and you want them to be about the same size. And I'm drawing them as big as I can, but I can't overlap, so I have to try to make them just touch at the edges and touch each other like that. But those are the biggest circles I could fit inside this circle. And this is just kind of a little model of an idea that was discovered by a guy named Apollonius of Perga. And he lived in ancient Greece. He was a mathematician. Perga is still a place. It's in present-day Turkey. You can go there. But anyway, now that I've got 3 circles, I'm gonna fill these empty spaces outside of it with the biggest circles that I can fit in them without overlapping. Right? So they've got to touch the edges, but not overlap. And I'm gonna do that for all these spaces, and just try to fill in these with the biggest circles that I can fit. And that's the idea. So the circles are going to get smaller on their own just because you can't overlap, and they have to touch at the borders. So this, in theory, goes on forever. It would just get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, but in your drawing it'll just go until your circles are so small that they become dots and you don't see them anymore. But every time I see a space in between a circle, I'm just going to fill it with the biggest circle that I can fit in it, and they'll get smaller on their own. So there's a very crude Apollonian gasket, but I think they look pretty cool, so give it a try.